So my experience before hopping on the Connecting the Dots interview was I felt very prepared because I received a very thorough and detailed workup of what to expect. And I feel like the best part about everything was that there was a text version as well as a video version. And I am that type of person that sometimes I'm really great at just taking a document, reading it, and really, getting a good gist of it. But sometimes I don't have the time to read, so I prefer to watch and listen. So I really appreciate having both options available because I feel like there are definitely people out there that prefer one or the other, and then there are people out there that like the combination. During the interview, I really felt it was a very casual environment, and it was also very transparent, and I believe that the world needs and deserves a lot more of that type of space. So I really commend the openness and the flexibility to just really be myself and not have to worry about living up to some standard or trying to like compete with the other interviewees or any other person that's been interviewed on like a podcast or anything like that. So I really, really treasure that environment. And then after the interview, I definitely still felt very positive. I did feel a little skeptical about what the results were after some of the questions that were asked and the answers that I provided. But that's definitely just a personal thing because, there are times when you speak about family things that you may not have spoken on in general, and now this will be available. This interview will be available everywhere that K.Short decides to post it. So I'm okay with that, but there was a little bit of a moment where I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that, but at the end of the day, it's my story, it's a part of me, and if there's any fallout, so be it, because in life, we are not perfect, and the process of really pushing the needle to show the generation after me that it does not, the small things, matter, but they also don't matter in the sense of, what I mean, me overreacting about something that I might have said, like, we all have family struggles, we all have life struggles, we all have these things that come up, and if, something that I've said could really impact anybody in the future, so be it. I would say the one thing that stood out the most during the interview was K.Short's insane, powerful, and engaging way of just knowing what question to follow up with, knowing how to really like dig deep into what someone said and really like paying attention to it, to what that person said, because I know sometimes when people ask me questions, I might express or answer, but I may not have realized a word that I might have used. And I feel like K.Short is very, very, very diligent in hearing those keywords and being able to say, oh, okay, well, I heard what you said, and what about this, or how did you feel about that? So I really feel that she's a very passionate person when it comes to engaging with people and making sure that that person knows that they're listening. And I would 100% recommend this interview process to others. Just because I feel like there should be a lot more of this space available online. There should be way more transparency, because right now I feel like social media and all of it is just so like convoluted with, oh, this is my perfect life. Oh, this is how I wake up. This is the day in the life. But let's be real, all of our days and our lives are not the same, and they are not perfect. And I believe that this interview process will really tap into a lot of spaces that, if I were a young entrepreneur, or if I was just a young person coming out of high school or, middle school, I wish I could have this experience, or even just be able to watch the interviews and know that, oh, okay, so the things that I'm struggling with, somebody has already struggled with that, but now look at where they are. So I really feel like this is a powerful movement, and I feel that you should really sign up for this process, because what else, it's a win-win situation. Not only do you get to speak your truth, tell your story, but you also get to get content out of it. So shout out to the win-wins. Okay.